Good afternoon. This is Mary with Breaking the Silence. My story I talked about last week. Women, I'm talking to you. God laid it on my heart to talk to you about a serious issue, and that is learning to love yourselves. Women, I was raised to keep everything clean. As a child, I was raised to keep everything clean and in order. That's the way my mother raised me and the other siblings. We had everything in its proper order. And however, I was not taught the social skills of life. My choices was not good ones. I married someone who was not faithful. He was a minister and he was not faithful to me. But at the same time, this is my story. And I've been quiet for too long. I've seen a lot of things going on, and I didn't say anything about it. My mouth was closed because I didn't know what to say and how to respond to these different situations. But now I'm sharing with you. It is time to break the silence. And that's what God put into my spirit, women. I would like to address it to you. There is another version of you, but you have to bring it out. You have to know how to reach in within yourselves to bring that out. And I'm going to help you as much as I can to bring these things out and to live a loving life, or to live a life of favor, a life of love, not a life of hate and um, a life of um, hurting people. Now, some people you just could not help because they are so broken. They are so broken that they really don't know how to reach within themselves. So they hold on to the hate and they hurt other people and hate other people. So those type of people I leave into the hands of the Lord, uh, because they think they're right. They justify their wrong, and you can't change no one. You can only change yourselves. Okay, so like I said, that's going back. I was brought up in a proper setting to keep everything clean, to make my bed, to wash the dishes, keep my room clean and things like that when I was a child. But I was not taught the social skills of life. Some things you see, where I'm going, because it's from a generational viewpoint of life. Because when you are taught something, some things you teach your children or you teach others, and it's a generational thing from start to finish. So we must stop this cycle, ladies. We must stop the cycle. Now, you may have been raised differently. You may have been raised in an atmosphere where things were disarray, things were out of order. You had clothes scattered on the floor. You wasn't required to keep your room clean. Every now and again, your mother or father shout and say, "Go clean the room." There was no order, and so you weren't taught how to clean and maintain things. And that's the way you taught your children when you grew up. The same cycle. We have to stop this cycle. It has to stop. Um, God do not want us to go through this cycle. He wants to bring out a better version of you. But you have to make up your mind that I want to make a change. A change must be made. So, in order to become a better version of yourself. So, it starts in the mind. Be determined to do better. The key is being consistent, being intentional in what you are doing. Example, I am determined to eat right. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% going to stick in there because there are some days that I slack and I may eat a cookie, I may eat something sweet or something like that. Do not condemn yourself. Get back up, wipe yourself off, and keep it moving. That's what you do. The key is in what you are doing, be consistent, be determined. And you can teach your children some things that on how to maintain, but they may not keep what you taught them, but they have it in their minds how they were taught. And so you want to teach them right. You can't always drop them off to the grandmother or the grandparents' house and say, "Hey, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing what I need to do." Stop being selfish because this is not even about you. It's about your generation. It is about carrying on what needs to go on generationally so. It's not about you. It's about your generation. So each family needs to be taught. Uh, Things come against you, things, people may hurt you, they may downgrade you, they may tear disrespect you. Don't let them do that. That is not a part of your lifestyle. Those type of people, you need to pray for them and keep it moving. You don't need to stick in there while they tear your character down, while they downgrade you, talk about you, tear you apart, and then you say, "Well, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the Christian thing." No, you those type of people, you have to pray for them and move away from them. Get into a circle of positive people. You need to get into a circle of positive people. That's what you need to do. And keep in mind at all times, it's not about you. It's about your generation. It's about the people that you know how to, um, who knows how to build you up, and you build them up as well. Stop the negative cycle. Stop. Okay. Um, don't hold on to hate, unforgiveness, malice, wrath. Let those things go. Release it. You say, "I'm praying, I'm asking God to take these things away from me." No. God told us to put these things away from you. Put these things away from you got to put them away, not God. There are scriptures that tells us that. Put away wrath, malice, envy, strife, hate. Put away these things. You have to let it go and ask God to help you to do better. God is love. And God shows his love many a times, but there's a time where God shows his wrath as well. Or God shows us, "Hey, I love you." A father will love you and he will chastise you because he loves you. He doesn't hate you, he loves you. And that's out of love. So We need to allow different people, positive people, to be in our circle. Teach your children these concepts early. Do it. Don't just say it to your daughter or your son. You need to become an example. Now, it is critical to assign duties or responsibilities to age appropriateness, to foster independence and essential life skills. If you teach them early in life, they will be able to contribute to their family and the community. Now, children between the ages of 2 and 5, teach them how to pick up the toys. Teach them how to put it in the bin. Have a bin available and have them put the toys in the bin. Have them pick up their dirty clothes and put it in the hamper. Um, uh, uh, Feed the pets, but with supervision. You be around. Don't leave the child with the dog and say, "Oh, the child is going to do this." No, be there, supervise them, make help them to make their beds simplistically. Now, a 2 to 5 year old, they don't know how to make a perfect bed, so long as the bed is made up, long as they learn the concept of how to make the bed. They're only 2 and they're only 5. 2 to age 5, they're a young age. So they are a young age. Help them if they drop something on the floor, give them a rag to get the spill up. Say, okay, you can do this. Help them along the way. They can help you with the dishes. You wash the dishes, they dry it. Okay, they will be so happy to do it if you teach them. Naturally, things will come to them. It will come to them naturally. Is what I'm saying. Now, age 6 to 8, they should be sweeping the floors or sweeping the floors in their room or in the kitchen, setting and clearing tables for meals, sorting and folding laundry. Don't let them do that by themselves. They're alone with you. You're teaching them. Um, Water the plants. Something simple. They can just take and use the hose and water the plants. Um, they can make their beds. At that point, if you teach them early, they're making their beds. The beds will look a little better because they're between the ages of 6 and 8. They can contribute to family time and have talk sessions with the family and talk to them during the week. At the end of the week, talk to them, find out how was your week? How was things going at school? Um, what did you do at school? Do you like your teacher? What subjects do you like? Things like that. Talk to them. And keep in mind, you are raising adults. Adults are being raised. This is the next generation. If you don't teach them early, everything will be out of place. I'm telling you, I'm saying this, ladies, and I'm telling you the truth. Be not against the truth, but for the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. And so, you know what they do? They get mad, they get vengeful, they want to get back at you, and they don't want to hear the truth. Because you know what? That means they don't, that's a sign that they don't want to grow. They want to remain in the same level that they are in. You can't force someone to do something that they don't want to do. You can talk all day long to them. It doesn't matter. If they don't want to change, you could not help them. Just focus on you. Focus on you growing and becoming. a better version of yourself. Think about that. Becoming a better version of yourself. Okay. So, uh, I want to just keep in mind that teach them early, and uh, you don't want to have things scattered, um, disarray, messy, plates in the sink, bugs crawling everywhere. It's just it's I mm, I want to say, have you ever been invited over to someone's house or their place, and the minute they open the door and you step in, you see things on the floor, see diapers on the couch, you see dirty dishes, the sink, you see a lot of things that is out of order. If you look in the sky, do you see any dirty dishes, anything out of order in the sky? You're not going to see that because God is a God of order. He keeps everything in place, everything in its proper order. And He wants to teach us the same way. Okay, I remember going over to an in law's house. And when I went over there, it was exactly what I described. Things was on the floor, clothes was all on the floor, dishes was stacked up in the sink. Um, it was no clean place to sit. So she went out shopping. She had me babysit. She asked if I could babysit. So while she was out, I went and I cleaned up the house. I cleaned up her house, put all the clothes in the trash bags, and washed the dishes and cleaned up everything, and everything was clean. She came back. You think she would say thank you? She did not say thank you. Instead, she fussed me out by saying, "I dare you coming into my house, cleaning up my house, straightening out things that I had already um um, um, um I I already had set out." That was her way of setting things out. That was her way. That was her order. I'm telling you, you guys, things were all on the floor. Trash was all everywhere. Dishes was in the sink. I'm not exaggerating, but I call myself trying to help her, and I was fussed out because of it. And so that's what I'm saying. You can't teach someone something that uh, they don't want to learn. They know they have to be relearned, but it's like you're you're coming up and you're coming against what they are doing. And it was a terrible situation. I did not go back to her house. I did not clean her house again. I left it like she wanted, and that's the way it was. And I did not get a thank you. I did not get anything. It was a fuss out. I got fussed out. Her husband talked to her, but she was doing it her way, and no one can tell her anything different. That's her mindset. Now, a lot of times when you look in the natural realm of things, there's a spiritual realm too, because it's a spiritual realm with the spiritual side of things first, then the natural. So in the spiritual realm, her mind was disarrayed. That's the way her mind was, and that's what she was portraying. Everything was in disorder. It was disarray, and that's the way it was in her mind. Can you tell her anything different? No. Can you change her? No. You can't. You cannot change an individual that don't want to be changed. Um, Her husband tried. He talked to her. She wanted to do it her way, and no one could tell her anything different. That was her mindset. Let's go to the preteens. That's 9 to 12. Loading, they can load and unload the dishwasher at that age. They can vacuum, they can mop, they can clean the rooms, and including the bathrooms. And there has to be some type of consistency. Put it up on the refrigerator. This is what uh James, this is what you do. Tammy, this is what you do this week. James, this is what you do this week. And then switch it up, you know, because they are going to start saying, well, I'm always washing the dishes. I'm always cleaning the bathroom. You can always switch it up every week. No problem, to stop the fussing, but it needs to be done. And you need to go and check. Don't assume that because you gave them this list of duties to do that they did it, that it was done. Go and check and make sure that the things that was on that list that you gave them on that list, put it on the refrigerator, that those things were done. Don't make any assumptions. Okay. They can also do their own laundry. They get their clothes, their dirty clothes, because if you're constantly doing their laundry, they are going to assume that their wife, their husband, their girlfriend, boyfriend should be doing their laundry. They should be like their mama or their dad or their parents. So you're not putting responsibility where it should be. And I've noticed that a lot of times the parents go ahead and do mostly everything. The grandparents will do mostly everything. And you think you're helping them, and you're not. You're enabling them. That's what you're doing. You are enabling them. Do not enable them. They can do these things. Allow them to do it. They can also prepare a simple meal. They can also have snacks out. They can also make the lunch. They can make the lunch. It's no problem, mothers setting up their lunch, making their lunches at times. It's fine. But you can give them, hey, Tommy, I need you to set the lunch. You know what's in the refrigerator, what I normally do. They've seen it over and over and over. They can make the lunch for their little brother or their little sister and themselves, because they have seen you do it over and over again. They can take out the garbage to the recycle bin. And parents, understand this. When they take the bags, the trash bags out to the recycle bin, make sure they don't just, because teenagers have a tendency to just take the trash, throw the trash out. Most of them throw the trash out just anywhere. They before it reached the trash bin. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that they are putting that trash in the trash bin, because when you come out, you're going to see it. And just make sure, son, daughter, I need you to make sure it's in the trash bin. Because trash can be nasty, smelly. Um, so they take it out. There's a recycling bin and there's a garbage trash. There's a trash bin, and make sure they put it in the right ones. Um, they also can do their homework before going outside to play, or before getting on the games, or before doing anything. Make sure you can, and you don't have to constantly repeat yourself unless you necessarily have to bring it to their attention before the week is up. Put it on the refrigerator. That's your talk. Put it on the refrigerator and let them look at it. Say, look and see what your chores is for this week. That's all you need to say. And if they don't do it, then you have to bring it to their attention. You have to sit them down. Don't fuss at them. Don't cuss them out. Don't hit on them. You don't need to do that. Say, we need to have a talk. There's a simple way to do that. We need to have a talk. Tom, James, I need to talk with you. What is it, Mama? I need to talk with you. Take a few minutes and let them know this is you haven't been doing your duties that's on the list for this week. These are your chores. You haven't been doing them. And usually the girls will say, Mama, James haven't been doing his chores. James, they automatically they start telling on him, and that is fine. But at the same time, let her know that's daughter. That's fine. I'm going to talk to your brother or the sister. I'm going to talk to the sister. Either or, and just sit them down. Don't cuss them out. Don't hit all on them. They're not punching bags. So just sit them down and talk to them. Keep in mind, you're raising adults, and how you raise them is going to reflect in life what they do to their children. If you're not treating your child right, if you're stealing from them, if you're manipulating and playing games and lying to them, and they see you lying to other people, most likely they are going to pick up those same attributes. Or they can totally reject it and said, I'm going to fight this. I don't want to be like my mother. I don't want to be like my father. Not dealing with reality. A lot of parents don't deal with reality. And you need to deal with reality. Making yourself a better version, being a better version of yourself. Okay? You're raising adults here. Okay. Now, when they become teenagers, age 13 plus, they know how to manage their own schedule. Just because they know how to manage their own schedule, you check on them periodically, maybe before the end of the week, maybe Friday. Check and see if they are doing what they say or they are doing. Because they'll tell you, oh, yes, ma'am. Did you do your homework? Yes, ma'am. I did my homework. Did you take out the trash? Yes, ma'am. I took out the trash. You have to check. You can't assume that they are doing it. Check before the end of the week. And so, and make sure that they are doing what they say they are doing. They can schedule their appointments, their schoolwork. They know how to do that at that age. Parents set up things. They know how to help parents set up things like set the food, set the table, help cook and things like that. They know how to do that. Have a cookout at family dinners, often or periodically, not all the time. They know how to teach them how to manage their finances. Open up a bank account for them, at that age, and make sure they are managing it. They can get a little part time. Well, they couldn't get a part time job, but at that age, sometimes they can in the summer, and help them to manage. Don't take the money from them. Let them put the money in the bank so that they can know how to manage their money. So they'll have an account in their name. Those type of things. And so that's the thing that we need to teach our children. And I think that's all I'm going to be talking about this week. I will be talking next week, women, about, another thing. Make sure they keep their hygiene at all times. Make sure they're smelling good. They don't put perfume over not taking a bath when they're not taking a shower or a shower or a bath. Make sure they have to make sure that they keep their hygienes clean. The young ladies have to make sure that they keep themselves clean and in order. Make sure give them pads, when they come on their monthly. Make sure they have enough of it, and make sure there's, they have cologne or perfume available, where they can utilize. Make sure that they are wearing proper. They have to make sure that they are wearing proper clothing, clean clothing, not putting on dirty clothes, or the same clothes. Those type of things are needed. Those type of things need to be talked about. So I'm going to end this. We're going to be doing 30 minutes each time. It's going to be 30 minutes a week, and I'm going to be talking about it. And if you want to talk, or if you want to discuss further, I do have it's called Breaking the Silence. If you need to get in contact with me, is Breaking the Silence. And you can it's called Breaking the Silence, I'm sorry, at Heartfelt 8324. If you like to put a comment down or just let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you are getting out of this lesson. Just if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Put it in the comments and let me know. Okay? I'm glad to be a part of this uh, conversation, breaking the silence. I am glad to be a part of helping out in the community. And if you need counseling and further help, I am here for you, or we are here for you. Just reach out. Okay? So we're going to have a short prayer, and I'm praying right now before I close out. I'm praying that God will strengthen and keep the women. I'm praying that God will lead and guide you. I'm praying that He will surround you with His love. I'm praying that He will give you wisdom on how to train your children up and teach them the right way so that you can become a better version of yourselves. I thank God for opening up your understanding and giving you wisdom and knowledge in his word. Read the Bible to your children and help them to understand the concepts. I thank you, God, for just taking a hold of these women's heart and strengthening them and showing them love, and so that they can show love back to their children. And I thank God for all things. And God, we will be very careful to give you all honor, glory, and praises in Jesus' precious name. Thank God. Amen. Have a blessed week. Be safe.